President-elect Donald Trump says possibly as early as day one when he takes office, he could pardon those who were convicted in federal courts for their roles in the Capitol Hill riots, but he's apparently not forgiving everyone, clearly setting sights on Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson, who chaired those committees. He said that he believes Thompson and others involved in that committee investigation should be in jail. And I talked to him about that. He seemed to dismiss the president-elect's comment, saying, politics is a contact sport. Donald Trump on Meet the Press said critics Liz Cheney and Benny Thompson from Mississippi should be behind bars for their roles in the investigation. U.S. Congressman Benny Thompson chaired the committee that investigated the January 6 riots. Trump said Cheney was behind it, and so was Benny Thompson, and everybody on that committee for what they did. Honestly, they should go to jail. I talked with Thompson about the statement.
Well, it's so unfortunate because we didn't get to be the greatest democracy in the world by extracting retribution on people we disagree with.
Thompson has been criticized for his proposed legislation that sought to remove Trump's Secret Service detail for persons convicted of a felony, a direct swipe at Trump. Trump says he's not going to direct his department leaders, including the Justice Department, to go after any political opponents.
Trump is, he's a wild card and he speaks for himself, and that's why the American people love him so much.
Rance Bilbo, who is the executive director of the Mississippi Republican Party, says critics are making more of this than they should.
And I think it's a little bit of fear-mongering that the left has done here recently. And a prime example of that is he never threw Hillary Clinton in jail.
A majority of our witnesses were people who worked in the previous Trump administration. So these are people who were, for the most part, Republicans who just didn't like what they saw. And they were man and woman enough to speak it. And because of that, now he wants to threaten people who expose them.
If Donald Trump does pardon those who are convicted in the Capitol Hill riots, there could be a lot of pardons, some 950 people implicated. In regards to Benny Thompson, he says he's not going anywhere and not leaving his role on the House Homeland Security Committee as the senior ranking Democrat. We're live at federal court. Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.